Hello everybody, this is Miss Pi again. In this video I'm going to show you how to graph and transform your exponential growth and exponential decay formulas. And basically what I'm trying to get is I want to get this curve here and this curve here. And I'm actually going to do these curves in several different videos with different types of functions. In this one we're doing exponential growth or decay. So if you look at your class notes, the formula or your standard formula for that is some number, and that's going to be your stretch or compression, raised to a power of x. So I have no idea what I need to stretch or compress it by, so I'm just going to start with a basic 2 raised to the power of x. Okay. And then for now I'm just going to push enter so I can see what shape I have. So I have this curve up here, and what I've got is an exponential growth. Okay, so if I want this curve part here to transform or move over here, then I'm going to have to change my formula. Let's say I want this point that's right here on the at 0, 1. Let's say I want it to move over and down to, I know, maybe a negative 0.25 for my y, shift down, and then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4.5 for my x, my horizontal shift. Alright, so to show you how to do those horizontal and vertical shifts, okay, so to this x, I'm going to put my x in parentheses, and then because I want to move it to the left, it would be minus a negative number. Well, if I'm going to do minus a negative number, I might as well just do plus. Okay, so I can just do plus there. And I think we said 4.5. So basically that's how I'm moving it to the left. So I'm doing it straight to the, I'm adding 4.5 straight to the x. That's why my x is in parentheses. And then for my vertical shift down, I need to come out here to the very end of the equation, and I'm going to do a minus, let's say we said minus 0.25, okay, just to get it to shift down. It may have to go down a little bit farther, yeah. So it will have to go a little bit farther down. So guys, I just guesstimated that, and now that I have it kind of in the right area, I'm going to just fiddle with the formula a little bit more to get it basically where I want it. So it looks like I have this really good where I want it, but I don't like how it's curved so far out. So now I'm going to change, I'm going to either stretch or compress it. So this number here is what's going to affect how much of a curve I have here. And I can't remember, okay, if it's a bigger number, is it going to have less of a curve or more of a curve? I'm not sure because, you know, I wasn't paying attention when we were studying the exponential function. So let's just try a couple and see what happens. So let's do a 9 there, okay? Alright, so what happened with my curve? It got a lot sharper, so that kind of stretches the curve, or I don't know. I guess it compresses it horizontally or stretches it vertically, whichever way you want to look at that. So now I've decided, hey, I need a number less than 2. But I'm not sure exactly. Actually, no, because it was, so this is too sharp. I think 2 was too curved. Yeah, it's too curved. So I need a number that's between 2 and 9. Let's try 4. Okay, that's getting closer. So guys, notice all I'm doing is guessing here. I'm just practicing. I'm plugging in different numbers, and I'm getting closer and closer for this line here. And I'm guessing, I'm going to guess I won't have to change that 4 too much more. Maybe 4.5, maybe? Nope, that's too much. Okay, so now it needs to be less than 4. I was going the wrong way. So let's try 3. Oh, wow, that is pretty much perfect. If you look at that. Now, the reason why I'm having to keep changing the numbers here is because I can't just click on my graph and pull it anywhere. I can't move it. It's not going to let me. So I have to transform the equation itself. So I've got that done. Now I need to set limits to my x value. And I will tell you, with the exponential growth and decay, sometimes it could be problematic getting your x's just perfect. I'm going to guess here that I want to start it at negative 4.5 and probably go to negative 3.5. So that's my first guess. So I'm going to go ahead and do control equals to pull up this such as line, and then do negative 4.5. That's my leftmost value that I want. Control equals again, less than x. Control equals again, less than or equal to, it doesn't matter which one of those I use. I think I said 3.5. So it should be a negative 3.5. Okay. Push enter. And you can see that it's perfect right here, but I want it a little bit longer up here. Okay, so I got really close with a negative 3.5. It needs to be a little bit less than negative 3.5, so maybe negative 3.25. Let's try that. Okay, and that's way too much. So somewhere between, let's try somewhere in between negative 3.25 and 3.5. How about we do 3.4? And that pretty much got it perfect. Okay, and right now I can see that I'm overlapping this green line. But remember, if I'm going to change all my colors so that they match. So if I change this to a green, then I probably won't even notice that I'm overlapping right here just a smidge. Okay, to change the colors, hopefully you guys remember that. Menu, actions, set conditions. And I want to change this color. I honestly cannot remember the number for green. It is 4. So on the line color, change it to a 4. And there you go. See, you can't even see that they overlap just a little bit. So that was that line. Now to get this line, it's going to be fairly similar. Whoops. I don't want to do lines anymore, so I'm going to push escape to get out of the changing the colors. And then I'm going to go back up here. I want pretty much the same thing that I have here. So I'm going to do Control and C to copy it. Come down here, Control V to paste it. Okay. But I know that this time I don't want an exponential growth. I want an exponential decay. For decay, you need to have this number. I think that number needs to be a fraction. So let's try the fraction 1/3. And I know instead of moving it to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4.5, we're going to move it to the right. So let's see how far to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5.5 to the right. Okay. So up here I need to change this to a minus sign. And I said 5.5, so 5.5 there. And again, I'm going to move it down. We'll leave the moving it down some. All right, so this is what I get for the equation. I'm looking at the line. It looks like I'm really, really close. I like the curve. I don't have to change my slope at all, but I do want to shift it a little. It's too far to the right. So come up here and notice after I pushed the enter sign, it kind of changed my formula just a little bit. It put all this in the denominator. So this 5.5 is a little bit too much, so let's try 5.25. And it looks like it's pretty much perfect there. And now I will tell you that because I changed it to 5.25, my end value here will probably be 5.25. And this one is probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4.25 for that limit. So let's go ahead and try it. Control equals this such as line. We said 4.25. And then less than or equal to, or less than symbol, doesn't matter. X, less than or equal to, or the less than symbol. 5.25, right? Let's see how that goes. All right, that pretty much does it. Actually, no, it's too short. So I need it a little bit longer up here and a little bit longer down here. So maybe I need to change that 3.35, and this probably needs to change to, let's try 1.15. See how that goes. Okay, again, you can see right here I'm kind of a little bit over, which is okay. It's not too bad. If I was super worried about it, I can change this limit again. But down here I'm not quite low enough down here. So I do need to go ahead and expand that. Let's do 4 there. And let's say I was super picky and I didn't want it to get that far. So I might change this to 4.2. There we go. And when I look at it, looks pretty well perfect. All right, so I just did 2 different exponential functions. This one was an exponential growth, this one was an exponential decay, and I also showed you the limits on there. Okay, same with exponential functions, you cannot just click on it and drag it. You have to change these values. So this number here changed the curve. This number here moved me left. This number here moved me down. Okay, and then on the next equation, I changed my 3 to a 1/3. The graph or the calculator went ahead and changed my format, so my exponent is down here. But basically, my a value was changed to a fraction, and that gives me a decay. And then this is moving it to the right and then moving it down. If I wanted to move it up, this would just become a plus something. Okay. Hopefully this video helped you. I will do some more videos where I'm showing you basically how to do the same curves with a quadratic. Or, let's see, I could possibly, I don't know. I'll show you a couple more videos. All right. Bye.